brand new Black Ops 6 cutscene and tons of Easter eggs were added inside of Call of Duty today. These Easter eggs include a brand new cutscene of Frank Woods, several secret messages hidden in bunkers, connections to Black Ops 2, and secret challenges. All of these were just randomly activated, and there is still more to come which could be activated at any point. So to not miss a thing, you need to make sure you've got that sub button with the noties on. But to explain the new cutscene and the new Easter eggs, we need to go to what happened at the start of today. If you go over to challenges and then Warzone rewards and go over to the events tab, there is a new set of Easter egg challenges that was just added today. Now, as we go through them, you're going to slowly realize that this is all tied to some sort of Warzone event. And judging by these now being in the game, like I said, could happen at any moment. But going straight in, we can see the first challenge, which I've already completed, was one that was added in Season 3, which is when they added the Secret Sally blueprint pistols into Rebirth Island. And then if you found them, picked them up, and got one operator kill with them, you unlock them, completing this secret challenge. And as you can see, it is complete. So when we look further down, we can see that this is actually only one of 3 secret challenges that we need to do in order to unlock a secret Black Ops 6 exclusive execution move. If we go down to the second one, it says discovered intel to uncovering the mole. Now, this is where things get extremely exciting because you can already start to make progress from this by going into Warzone. And this leads directly into the cutscene with Frank Woods that you will see at the beginning of every Warzone match. So let me play it and listen carefully to what he says.
New orders, kids. We got intel there might be key information here to finally reveal that mole we've been hunting. Now get out there and get to work.
First of all, how cool is that? A new in-game cutscene of Frank Woods from Black Ops 6. Now, we need to point out the obvious. Frank is in a wheelchair now, and that confirms that the events of Black Ops 2 are 100% canon, because during the 7th campaign mission, Suffer With Me, we, the player as Frank Woods, are given a sniper rifle and shoot at who we think is Menendez, but in fact, it was a total setup, and it was actually Alex Mason that was under this cloak that Frank Woods shot. And when Frank runs up to the body to check the identity and has the heartbreak reveal that it is Mason, Menendez arrives and, in retaliation to Woods grabbing an M1911, shoots Frank in both of his kneecaps. And we know that that's what rendered him in the wheelchair as Old Man Woods in 2025. But of course, this all happened in 1989. And of course, we know that Black Ops 6 is taking place in the 90s. So if this is set a whole year after that event in Black Ops 2, then Frank Woods has to be in a wheelchair, and as we can see here, he 100% is, which means all the events from Black Ops 2 are canon. That means Menendez is canon, and whilst I doubt he will play a massive role in this game, if the next year's game is a Black Ops 2 sequel, then it has to involve Menendez, which is so exciting. But more importantly, we need to talk about the mole that he and the CIA are looking for. And this is a really exciting plot twist, because the mole is actually Russell Adler. There was a lot of suspicion that Russell Adler could be a mole, because throughout the Black Ops Cold War post-season, we see that he gets brainwashed by Perseus and Stitch, and it takes Alex Mason to snap him out of that brainwashing, but I am not convinced that he is 100% clean from that brainwashing. And we know Adler is the CIA mole because there are Easter eggs now inside of the bunkers in Warzone that directly tell us this. Now, in order to get inside these bunkers, you're going to need to complete a contract to give you a bunker keycard, such as a Most Wanted, which is a guaranteed drop of a bunker keycard. And in this particular footage, I've opened bunker 10, which is in the top left of the map. But inside of the bunker, there is another room that opens, and on the table is a daily briefing from director Daniel Livingstone, which says orders from Livingstone, bring in the traitor Adler. And having this appear in Warzone is so cool, but that's not the only Easter egg, because inside of other bunkers, there are actual wanted posters for Adler, who is now an enemy of the state, wanted for crimes against the United States government, the capture and death of US personnel, material support to foreign regimes, and organizations hostile to the United States. And as you can see, there is a literal poster of him wanted by the enemy of the state. It's just so crazy to see the storyline dive in and weave into Warzone like this. Now, the coolest thing is that with the whole Black Ops 2 being canon now, and that Suffer With Me mission where Woods loses his legs, we see during that exact mission mention that there is a CIA memo that you're having to find that hints that there's a mole in the CIA, and even Kravchenko himself during that exact moment mentions Menendez has people in the CIA and that this mole was responsible for the capture of David and Hudson during the same mission. So we never actually found out who that mole was back in Black Ops 2, but what if they are weaving the storyline in now with Black Ops 6 where that mole is actually Adler who's done that? And this will be the main emphasis of the storyline in Black Ops 6, where we will actually be playing as the CIA trying to hunt down Russell Adler, but we also get to see Adler from the other side of the fence, where it has been heavily rumored that we'll be playing alongside Russell Adler, that we ourselves, the player, may also be a mole within the CIA. Now, what's a little confusing is that if you find every piece of evidence in these bunkers about Russell Adler, it doesn't actually activate and complete this specific challenge unlock. There's a chance that it might not be fully live yet. But the moment they are, and you want to know exactly how to unlock this by getting every bit of intel and all the other challenges, I'll be sure to update you with a video. So again, make sure you subscribe. And if we preview the reward, we can see it's an animated calling card called The Truth Lies. We only get a very brief moment to actually see what this calling card is showing us. The image is very low resolution, but we can clearly see it's a board that looks quite similar to the safe house board in the campaign from Cold War, which has 3 post-it notes of locations that are going to be important to the game, one being Kuwait, Washington DC, and Avalon. We go over to the following challenge, which is She Never Let Me Down. This unlocks a calling card called Purge Sequence, and we can see from the animation of it that it is clearly going to be on some sort of computer, and it eventually brings up the message The Truth Lies, which of course is referencing the main slogan for the game and obviously the actual ARG website that we've had for the last 2 weeks. So it feels like part of the actual in-game solving for this is going to involve the website with some sort of new teaser. Calling card looks like what would be displayed on an actual computer screen, so there's a chance that we could actually be interacting with a computer within the Warzone map itself. Now, we already know that Bunker 10 and Bunker 12 currently have these clues about Russell Adler being a mole, but we know that one other bunker is going to be used. One of the bunkers has some graffiti on the walls, which is exactly what this challenge is called. She Never Lets Me Down, which of course is a reference to the Sally pistol, because when we find it and actually get that one operator kill with it to unlock it as a blueprint, it literally pops up as the challenge called She Never Lets Me Down, which obviously must mean there is a correlation to the pistol and that graffiti on the wall. So it's very likely that this bunker that isn't currently active or able to be opened right now will be at some point before the reveal of Black Ops 6 in order for us to get this final challenge done. Like I said, the moment that these get activated in game, there will be videos here on the channel showing you how to do them, as well as the unlocks that you get. Now, if you complete all 3 of these challenges, you unlock the You Can't Kill Me finisher execution move. Now, leakers and data miners have already been able to find and load this into the game, but I won't show it in the video just in case of any copyright. But it does seem you have to complete all 3 of these challenges to get progress towards gaining that exclusive execution. But as you can see from the preview image, what the execution is that whoever you're playing as will literally sit like the Black Ops sitting bull pose with the pistols crossed over and take out the enemy who's for some reason sat down on their knees. It's a pretty cool free execution that you can unlock just by completing all of these challenges once they all go live in game. But this was such an exciting revelation to get a brand new cutscene as well as teasers to the main story of Black Ops 6 of Russell Adler being a CIA mole, and the fact that we have so many ties towards Black Ops 2 confirming its canon is really exciting, because I would love to know where Menendez is going to slot into all of this and the other things as well. Like, we still don't know exactly what ending in Black Ops 2 is canon. Is Alex Mason alive? Is he dead? Hudson, we obviously know that he does not survive no matter what happens at the end of Black Ops 2, and this game being set a year after, it's super likely that Hudson will not be in this game whatsoever. So having all of these things explained to us, I can't wait to see. And of course, how that's going to tie in with Menendez and exactly who the main villain is of the game for this year, because we still don't really know.